Hello, hello. Whoa, I'm upside down. Maybe. This is Rod, Live Within Your Means. Hey, I'm currently in Australia. I'm hoping this looks like I'm upside down because I've always teased my wife that she's from a place where they're hanging upside down on the other side of the world, but I will turn it back over for you. Hey, this is Rod, Live Within Your Means. I just wanted to mention a few things that I think are really important. The biggest ways people can save money are often the places they're spending the most, where they're spending the most money. And if you're spending a lot of your money on a great big home that you don't need, you might look at selling it. If you're living far from work, you might look at living closer to your work, because you can spend an awful lot, not just on gasoline and on your time, but also on the wear and tear on your vehicles. And a while back when I had the Live Within Your Means website up, those are some things that I emphasized, the ways that you can really save the most money. One of them is living close to your work. And that's really one of the biggest ones, so that you don't spend all that money and time on travel, back and forth every day. If you're going back and forth to work every day, you want to live pretty close to where you work. And it's nice. A lot of people are able to work from home. There's a lot of people who cannot. And if you're spending a lot on gas, you're probably spending a lot of wear and tear on your vehicle. And if you've got lots of money and you can afford nice new vehicles, more power to you, I guess. But if you need to save money, if you don't have money saved up to be prepared for tougher times, like if you lost your job, then you really might consider not only living closer to your work, but buying a used vehicle. And you can find vehicles that are used, that are taken care of, and it's really important to take care of those vehicles. When you hear something that sounds like it's not quite right, you want to have that checked out. Check it out what you can yourself, and talk to some friends, and if you need to, go to a mechanic and get that fixed before it causes you a bigger problem. But I have found that I've saved a lot of money over the years on vehicles. Until recently, I'd only owned one vehicle. It cost over $4,000. And sorry to tell you this, I know I don't look like it. Hopefully I don't, but I'm 60 years old. And I bought a pickup a while back, and then I turned around, had some things done. I just had it sold and still have my old pickup, and we've got an old 2000 Camry. So that's what our newer car is 23 years old, but it's only got about 190,000 miles on it. And if you didn't know, Camrys that are taken care of last a long time. A lot of people have had those driven those over 300,000 miles. So I anticipate we've got some mileage left in that. And then I ride my bike a lot. I ride my bike down to the grocery store, about a mile each way, and I'll drive down there with a backpack on, get our groceries about 3 times a week, sometimes 4. For the exercise, I'm not putting out a bunch of pollution. I'm not spending a bunch on gas. I'm getting the exercise that I need. And but yeah, don't be afraid to buy used, to live close to your work, because those are some of the biggest things that you can do to save money. Another one is, you might be able to save a lot by not eating out a lot. And buying things when you get them on sale, stock them up in the fridge, and eat at home. Now, we all eat out sometimes, right? Most of us do. Sorry, got a hair in my mouth. But, eating at home, fresh fruits and vegetables, since most of the time you don't go to restaurants for fresh fruits and vegetables and well, maybe meat. But we don't eat out a whole lot. I certainly don't. I've eaten out more with my wife since I got married a bunch of years back than I ever did before when I was single. And those are some ways that you can really save a lot. There's a lot of people who eat out all the time, and if you're spending money to eat out every day when you could just bring some stuff with you, put it in the fridge of your work, or bring a cooler if you're out on the road. That's what I do, because I eat a lot of fresh fruit and boiled eggs, and we don't, I don't eat out a whole lot. My wife eats out a little bit more, and they provide some lunch at her work. a lot of the time. I guess a few times a week. But those are really ways that you can save a lot. And if you're buying things used, I mean, look at this good looking shirt I've got. I bought this used. And it was practically new, if not brand new, at the thrift store with a few other shirts. And, you know, it doesn't hurt at all to buy things used. If you need to save money, don't let your pride get in the way. Buy the things that you need, but you can buy a lot of those things used. I found that years back I'd buy these new bicycles at Walmart. They'd only last me like a year. And then the bearings near in where the pedals are, those would wear out. And I found that if I bought used bicycles that were good bicycles, I could get them for less than the new ones a lot of the time at Walmart, and they last me for a year. They just keep on going. And so don't be afraid to buy some things used. Now, if you got plenty of money and you buy things new, that's great, because you get rid of things before they're worn out a lot of the time, and other people get to buy those used, and that helps them. So live close to work. You know, don't really pay to have a place that's a lot bigger than you need, and buy used. So your car, other things, there's a lot of things that you can buy used and get better quality for cheaper than new. But those are three of the biggest ways that you can save money. It's easy for people to tell others, oh, you need to just increase your income. Well, that's not an easy thing for most people to do. And some people have different side hustles. But the one thing, you can't control a lot of the time how much you make, but you can much more easily control what you spend money on. And so save up, be prepared, save the money where you can, and it'll pay off for you down the road. You can look at my other videos. You're welcome to subscribe to the channel. Give a like where you will on some of the videos if you find something that you find helpful. And like and subscribe. If you'd like to, put some comments below. Tell me some things you'd like to know about. I've been around quite a few decades. I'm 60 years old, lived pretty frugally most of my life, and we actually live in an apartment near my parents now, so that we're close by to help them. We've been doing that the last several years. Haven't been making a lot of money the last few years. It's kind of an understatement. We really haven't been making a lot of money the last few years, but we're doing fine, and I want to see all of you do fine. You know, if you live within your means, like I told my daughter years ago, I believe it's the key to being honest in business. And you can make a difference. You can speak up if you are not enslaved to other people. And we all need to speak up to save our freedoms, both in the United States and here down under too, where the tyrants have been running the show the last few years, even worse than they have been in the United States. So locking everybody down for some things we won't talk about that were highly suspect, the whole thing. But put some comments below, look at some of my other videos, and like and subscribe if you will. I hope you're having a good New Year. It is in Australia, it's the 4th of January today, Thursday the 4th. Yep. And anyway, this is Rod. Live within your means and have a wonderful day.